Hey, what's up guys? Zach Calhoun here. Hope you're having a good day. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to analyze an RV park deal. We have two RV parks currently, me and my partners. And the first one is we started at 19 spaces. Now we're at 50 spaces. It's open. It's running full time. It's doing really well. And it's almost fully full, which is really cool as well. And then we have a new RV park we just acquired. And we're in that first year phase where we're doing the planning stage. We are looking to expand it. We're going to have probably a total of 60 or so spaces. We have a house on the property. We'll probably also expand and add some storage. This next one is twice the size acreage wise. And the first one, we learned a ton of lessons on the first deal. And the second one, it's going to be even better and a lot of fun. But it's a journey. We're learning a ton, and I'm kind of sharing on this channel what we're doing, how it works, and what to expect, okay? So then how do you analyze a deal? How do you know a deal is good and good for jumping in on and going ahead and making the investment and taking the risk, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a risk. You got to take the risk. You got to jump in with 2 feet. So how do you analyze a note? How do you make the numbers work? Okay, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to help you hopefully see the light, okay? What you see for sale online, on listing sites, and what cap rates, etc., does not matter that much compared to the number one question, which is how much will it be worth in the future? What can I do with it? So what can I do with the acquisition? What's it currently? Its current state is not going to be that great. It's not going to be what you want to be. You're looking for something you can expand on. Okay, that's what we do. This is our model. You can do whatever you want, of course, but I want to be able to expand and in the future refinance, pull the money out, have my existing tenants pay for that new refinance, pull up that tax-free money out, of course, and then do it again, right? So the refinance process is great, it's powerful, and really it helps you have liquidity in the future. But you have to add value to make that even a future option, okay? Just like for a small real estate home where you'd acquire it and then remodel it and then either put a tenant in it or flip it. Same is true in commercial real estate. It just takes much longer. It's much more longer play. The checks are fortunately much bigger. Okay, so what we focus on the RV park space. Here's how we analyze the deals, and it's really, really simple. Okay, first off, number one, you have to look at a bunch of deals. Download the financials, look through them, do the math, check it out. And most of the time, you're kind of looking at math on where it currently is, right? And it's not always that sexy. It's just how these deals go. The more tenants you have in a space, the bigger the price tag is going to be. The bigger the price tag, the higher that monthly amount is going to be, and therefore the lower the margin is going to be, lower cash flow. So if you're looking at a deal and you want to get started, you want to look for deals that you can expand, okay? That is the most important thing. And it's hard to find those in good areas. Like finding 5 acres, you have to have probably a minimum of 4 acres to have a really good expansion footprint. Because you want to be able to add enough spaces where the business pays enough cash flow to pay for an admin to run it. So property management wise, it goes down to, I don't want to say 0, but almost 0, because you have a good admin who you're paying to run the property for you, and you can truly have remote manage or remote kind of cash flow in the future. You have to have a big enough business model to do that. You have to think about that up front. You do not want to have a small RV park. All that's going to mean is you're going to have people that are nagging you because you can afford to pay somebody else to handle all the nagging. Okay? When I say nagging, I'm just talking about random little things. Hey, I just pulled up. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I want to park here. Can I park there? Can I do this? What day's trash day? Simple questions that a property manager should all do for you. It's nothing complicated. It's not rocket science. But you have to think about the scalable model. Enough spaces are what's going to help you in the future. You have systems in place to be able to hire that person, especially if you outsource that person that overseas, etc. You can remote manage from anywhere. So back to the question. So we understand the business model now. Our goal is to get a big enough space, a big enough RV park that we can hire somebody to run it. Okay, that's number one. Number two is we have to look for a very simple process of current RV park with tenants in it that cash flows at least a little bit and space to add. So add-on space. For example, our first deal we found had 19 spaces there. It wasn't the nicest RV park in the world, to be honest, but it was priced accordingly, so it was priced cheaper. But it had like 2 or 3 acres in the back that we could expand to. All right, great. So we're going to come in with our construction experience, make it beautiful, make it amazing, and move all the tenants that are there into the amazing part of the park. Okay, that actually happened in like 2 days. Very simple to do. We just move them back there, and then remodel and redo the whole entire front of the park. That's what we did. And now we have 50 spaces, and they're almost all full, and it's going really well. Now, there's a lot of risk there, right? But that is part of it. So the cap rate we bought, we didn't really care about cap rate as much because cap rate can be low, 6%, 7%, because we have tenants who are going to pay for the interest-only loan for that first year. And if they're going to pay for it, great. I can work in the back, get my permits, and get my construction crews moving in the back as fast as possible. And once they're back there and done and built, I can take those current tenants and move them in the back. They're still paying me every month, paying for all the building expenses as we build the front. That is the model. That's how we did it. And to be frank, it works. It worked. This is what people are looking for. This is why people like. It works for an apartment complex space. It works for any space. It works for storage. You buy a storage with expansion room. You buy it. It cash flows enough to expand it. And then once that's full, you have a bigger entity. And that delta is the value you added. And that value goes directly to you, basically. That value you add is a fast way to build wealth, a fast way to build cash flow. And you can refinance it or you can sell it and, write the big tax check if you want to. And basically, that's how you go win quickly. How you analyze deals. So here's my point. You need to be looking at a lot of deals. You need to be downloading them, reading through the PDFs, seeing what you like, seeing what you don't like, get a feel for the market, get a feel for cap rates, and then overall look for expansion area. If you can expand, I think our break-even number was 23 to 24 spaces full at our first park. That's including administrative costs and all of our expenses. And bank note, everything. Once we're past that, everything else is just cash flow, which is fantastic, right? It's hard to find that kind of business model in other types of real estate, like multifamily, et cetera. Cap rates are really low. So you got to really have a lot of value add you have planned out, and it has to be very specific. But that model has been proven, and it's the same thing we're doing, just doing it over in the RV park space. So that's how it works. That's what we're doing. That's how you analyze deals based on what it can be, what the pro forma will be, the future value of the property. Okay, hope this is helpful. What you're looking for, it's not going to pencil out right away. It's going to pencil out based on what you do to it. And you can do that if the park is in a great location and there's a lot of room to expand on it. It's a good idea. All right, talk soon. Hope this is helpful. Go buy you one. Let's make some offers. Come on.